AI comes with great promises for mankind, and we want to seize these opportunities, and we want to develop in France and Europe this model. This is our number one priority. Then we need to establish a number of guardrails for AI regarding, privacy, regarding intellectual property, liability as well. And we need to do this intelligently, smartly, and we need to do this in a coordinated fashion with the US and with other like-minded countries. Europe is the first democracy to have decided to set up a regulation for AI that basically solves the questions of liability. My worry is that in the recent, in the past few weeks, the EU Parliament that is currently discussing this AI Act has taken a very sort of strong stance on AI regulation, using in some sense this AI Act as a way to try and solve too many problems at once. And what we want is a regulation that offers both protection for users and citizens and that establishes trust, but that also is very flexible enough to allow for the development in the next few weeks, next few months in France and Europe of this kind of models.
Is France considering its own AI regulation in addition to the AI Act?
I think we think about these topics as Europeans and in discussion with other countries and nations that are, like us, attached to a number of core values such as democracy in particular. So we started doing, regulating at the European level, and we need to do this in the most efficient possible way. And there are a number of topics that we'll be discussing. The G7 meetings in Hiroshima of the heads of states and governments decided to launch a working group to whom I will belong, and we'll start working on these different topics that we need to collectively solve in order for AI to bring the best for mankind.
But is that not too slow, this kind of working groups, etc., compared to a technology that is going so fast?
No, I think it's a relatively fast pace of reaction and response from our governments. We are already working hard together to try and find common ground on a bunch of these topics. And by the end of the year, I think some of the core principles that will apply for the regulation of AI in G7 countries and like-minded countries will start to emerge, and I think it'll be good.